Welcome back to the Crypto World channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now the price of Ethereum has dropped below this important line of support just here. But if you're taking a look at this new chart, right now the price of Ethereum is actually finding support along this line and forming a brand new price pattern, which gives us some more bullish price targets to pay attention to. We also have Ethereum breaking a little bit lower against Bitcoin, so I will be getting into my next Ethereum to Bitcoin price targets later in the video as well. So definitely make sure you're sticking around all the way to the end so that you're not missing out on all of this important information. And just before we jump into it, I really do appreciate it if you could just leave a like on the video down below. And if you're new to the channel, you might as well subscribe with notifications turned on for more videos just like this one. It only takes a couple seconds out of your day to click like and subscribe down below. And once again, you're going to be getting all of this valuable content every single day here on the channel. So I don't see why you would not subscribe. But anyway, with all of that out of the way, let's get straight into what this video is about. So right here, we're on the Ethereum to US dollar chart on the 4-hour time frame. And yeah, previously this line just here that I had drawn out in a couple of my recent Ethereum videos, of course, this was previously acting as resistance, and then we broke to the upside here, and then we actually retested it as support. So this was a significant line on the chart, but right now, clearly the price of Ethereum has dipped below it and has seen a 4-hour candle close below this line just here. So technically speaking, that is a bearish sign, but if you've been watching my recent videos, I have been mentioning the Fibonacci levels a lot in my videos, and Ethereum is no exception here, because bringing out the Fibonacci retracement tool from this low at around 3.1k approximately up to this high at around 3.6k approximately, as you can see here right now, I kid you not, right now at the time of filming this video, the price of Ethereum has seen a perfect bounce along the golden pocket. The golden pocket, which by the way is between the 61.8% Fibonacci level and the 65% retracement level. That little area just there, known as the golden pocket, once again is the most important Fibonacci range on the chart. And right now this is coming in at roughly around 3.3k. And if you actually watched my last Ethereum video, I said that this immediate support in the short term, looking at this line just here, was at roughly around 3.4k. And I'll let you guys know, as soon as we break below that, the next significant level that I will be paying attention to is the golden pocket at 3.3k. And yeah, once again, right now we are seeing a small bounce along that level. Obviously, we can head a little bit lower. That's not out of the question. But right now, for as long as we're remaining above the golden pocket there, we're still looking pretty good here in the short term. And of course, when you're looking here on the 4-hour time frame, we have still not formed a lower low compared to these previous lows down here at around 3.1k approximately. So also, as I've said in a few of my recent Ethereum updates, for as long as we're remaining in this higher high and higher low trajectory, we're still looking pretty good here for Ethereum, and we're still on the road to recovery. But yeah, of course, if we break below these previous lows just here, as I've mentioned quite a lot, once again, that will be a very bearish sign, at least in the short term, showing that we still are in a downtrend. But once again, that has obviously not happened. Those are just the important things that I am paying attention to right now in the charts. And by the way, if Ethereum does head a little bit lower, then we have this important support just here, which by the way, this is the 50-day exponential moving average. And currently it's coming in at around 3,230. But of course, it does change in value over time. So by the time we get to that level, if we do, it might not even be at that price. So keep that in mind as well. Once again, we still have a decent amount of support left for Ethereum to the downside here. And now taking a look at this pattern just here, of course, this was the previous falling wedge pattern, which is a bullish pattern that we were taking a look at around a week ago on the channel. And of course, if you were on the channel at that stage just there, once again, we took that long position right to the price target. But what's very interesting is when you're taking a look at this previous line of resistance for the falling wedge pattern, right now we have flipped that into support with 2 bounces, at least at the time of filming this video. And currently this line of support is coming in at just below 3.3k. And when you're taking a look at this line of support combined with this line of resistance, right now we are potentially forming another falling wedge pattern. So we've got the falling wedge pattern on top of the falling wedge pattern. Let's see if we could do this again. That would be quite remarkable. But right now, the resistance that we need to be paying attention to is at around 3.4k. And of course, the support, as I just mentioned, is around 3.3k. And of course, if we break the resistance with confirmation, then the technical price target is simply the top of the wedge, coming in at just above 3.6k. Actually, a bit closer towards 3.7k is once again the technical price target for this falling wedge pattern just here. And also, when you're bringing out the Fibonacci retracement tool from the high at around 4,000 down to this capitulation low at around 3,000, as you can see here, that is also the exact golden pocket that is already confirmed as huge resistance. So a confirmed break above this resistance point just here could potentially potentially be a nice little setup for a small long position, just like what we did last time around 4 or 5 days ago right here. But of course, when you're trading with leverage, that comes with risk. So please make sure you're doing your own research. And honestly, I don't recommend leverage trading for the complete beginners out there. But for anyone wanting to learn how to trade, I actually have a full trading tutorial video completely for free here on the channel. And I'll actually link that video in the description down below. It will be the second link in the description. Once again, that will take you to a tutorial video where I show exactly how I trade crypto. And the first link in the description, by the way, will take you to the platform that I use to trade. And for things like this, definitely make sure you're following me over on my Twitter for extra real-time updates on any sort of trades that I might be entering. Because once again, this was my last Ethereum trade that I entered around 5 days ago approximately. And I sent out this update just before I entered the trade, letting you guys know that I'm potentially looking to enter a trade if we can confirm the breakout. And then only a matter of hours later, I posted this follow-up tweet saying that I'm currently in a small long position and all of that sort of stuff. And of course, I kept you guys updated on that trade later on. So once again, if you want to get those extra real-time updates throughout the day, definitely make sure you follow me over on my Twitter. And by the way, a word of warning, there's a lot of scammers out there. So there's even some scam Twitter profiles trying to copy my profile. So my real Twitter profile is the only one that's linked in the description down below. If you try and search for my Twitter, it might pop up with a scammer, I don't know. So once again, this is my only official Twitter at cryptowrld Josh with around 27,000 followers. Any other Twitter profile that looks like it's mine is a scammer account. Now let's take a quick look at Ethereum versus Bitcoin just here on the 4-hour time frame. As you can see, we have clearly broken to the downside a little bit further. And obviously this yellow line of support was massive support for Ethereum versus Bitcoin just here. So the fact that we broke below these important levels just here, obviously that is not a bullish sign. It is clearly a bearish sign, at least in the immediate short term. But all this basically means is Ethereum is underperforming against Bitcoin, at least in the short term. And this type of thing usually happens when we enter a bit more of a bearish time in the markets, because of course, when we saw that flash crash in the markets roughly around 2 weeks ago, that was right around here. And that was the moment where Ethereum started underperforming against Bitcoin. And then it's usually when Bitcoin is either in a consolidation phase or looking just slightly bullish. That is usually when Ethereum starts outperforming Bitcoin again, which by the way, when Ethereum is outperforming Bitcoin, for the beginners out there, that means that this chart is going to the upside. Now, as for some important levels to pay attention to for Ethereum versus Bitcoin, if you're bringing out the Fibonacci retracement tool from this low just here at around 0.0649 Bitcoin per Ethereum up to this high up here at around 0.0793 Bitcoin per Ethereum, right here, we're actually currently running into the golden pocket as we speak at the time of filming this video, which is right now acting as some support, as you can see. And we also previously saw a quick wick down towards this golden pocket and basically immediately bounce back up. So of course, if Ethereum versus Bitcoin can get a bounce along this golden pocket here, that would be great to see. If we start breaking below these current levels just here, which by the way, the bottom of the golden pocket is coming in at around 0.07 Bitcoin per Ethereum. If we start getting below that level with confirmation, then the next Fibonacci level to the downside is of course the 78.6% Fibonacci level, currently coming in at around 0.068 Bitcoin per Ethereum. And that's also pretty much where this bottom line of support is coming in at for this descending channel. And on top of all of that, we've also of course got the 50-day exponential moving average currently coming in at around the same sort of prices that we've just seen a bounce at, which is once again around 0.07 Bitcoin per Ethereum. And if you're looking at previous areas on the chart where we've come into contact with the 50-day exponential moving average, Ethereum has actually found huge amounts of support along this exact moving average previously. So right now, it would simply be logical to assume that this would also be acting as support, which is also coming in confluence with that golden pocket. So we've actually got quite a significant amount of support right now for Ethereum versus Bitcoin. And zooming out on the daily time frame for Ethereum versus Bitcoin right here, we're actually clearly in a daily uptrend. So this is great to see for as long as we can remain above these previous lows just here, which by the way, this previous low just here is coming in at around 0.065 Bitcoin per Ethereum. So once again, for as long as we can remain in higher lows with some sort of bounce sometime soon for Ethereum versus Bitcoin, then in that case, I would potentially consider moving a little bit of my Bitcoin holdings into Ethereum while we are at a current discount. But I want to make it clear that that is not something that I have done yet. I'm just letting you guys know that that is something that I would potentially do if we can get a nice bounce here once again sometime soon and keeping this higher low structure. And of course, I'll update you guys on the channel if I do end up up making a move like that, and also in real time over on my Twitter. And by the way, right now, the funding rates across all of these exchanges are actually looking a little bit more negative. Now, as you can see, the majority of the negative funding rates right now are on token margined Bitcoin contracts, but we've still got a few negative funding rates here for Ethereum as well. And just overall, we're definitely looking a little bit more bullish here compared to bearish in the funding rates. And by the way, for the new viewers on the channel that have no idea what all of this means, definitely check out my Bitcoin update video that I just posted on the channel around 1 to 2 hours before this video, because in that video, I explained a little bit more in detail about what these funding rates actually mean. And if you enjoyed this video or got something valuable out of this video, make sure to drop a like down below. And if you're new to the channel, you might as well subscribe with notifications turned on for more updates just like this one. And considering that right now we're at some discounted prices, which is an amazing opportunity to accumulate for the longer term, there's never been a better time to share these videos around with your friends. And there's seriously never been a better time to stay active in these markets, because honestly, the biggest opportunities are shown when the markets are looking more bearish. As the famous saying goes, bull markets make you money, but bear markets make you rich. And that is so true. And as always, I really do appreciate all of your support on the channel at the moment. I can't thank you guys enough. But anyway, that's just about everything I have to say for this video. Once again, I really hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next video.